Now let's turn to Saudi Arabia. The kingdom is taking another step in its reform drive. It is expanding access to alcohol, quietly, very selectively, but surely. For more than 70 years, Saudi Arabia practiced prohibition. That changed last year when they opened their first liquor store. It was for non-Muslim diplomats, and now two more stores are being planned in Jeddah and Dhahran. Just like the first one, access will be limited and supply will be monitored strictly. But even with those controls, this is a major shift. Saudi Arabia remains one of the most conservative societies in the region, and now it is carefully reshaping itself. Here's a report.
Alcohol has been banned in Saudi Arabia for over 70 years. But the kingdom is now gearing up to make a big change. It's about to open two new stores, one in Dhahran, inside a residential compound run by Aramco, the other in Jeddah, serving non-Muslim diplomats stationed in the port city. This is after a store was opened in Riyadh last year, in the capital's diplomatic quarter for non-Muslim foreign diplomats. Since then, more have been allowed access. This includes premium residency holders like elite expats and investors. These are not public liquor shops. These are tightly controlled zones, restricted to Muslims and shielded from public view. Still, the symbolism is clear. Saudi Arabia, the birthplace of Islam, is redefining its rules, as well as its identity. Crown Prince Mohammed bin Salman is behind the shift. He wants to attract tourists, skilled expats, and international investment. To accomplish this goal, he's been chipping away at long-standing bans. Women are now allowed to drive. Music festivals have become common. Gender segregation rules have been relaxed in some parts. Even cinemas are opening up. Alcohol was perhaps the final frontier. The new stores will further relax the restrictions. This moves just as the kingdom gears up to host big-ticket global events like the Expo 2030 and the FIFA World Cup in 2034. More projects are coming up along the Red Sea coast. This includes multiple luxury island resorts in the Red Sea. They are being designed to drive tourism. But Saudi officials are still cautious. This month, the Saudi tourism minister faced questions from the press. He was asked about the restrictions on alcohol. The minister responded, "Nothing has changed yet. These decisions are bound to start a debate, and arguments will be made on both sides." Some say this opening up is driven by economic logic. Others see it as cultural erosion. Saudi leaders say they can manage both, opening up while protecting religious identity. For now, there's no plan to legalize alcohol for the wider population. What was once banned is now being quietly licensed. And with each new outlet, Saudi Arabia sends a message. It wants to be open for business, to tourists, and to the world. The reformists will welcome the change, but the tricky part begins now. The goal to balance reform with tradition. How that balance plays out will define the kingdom's next chapter.
I wore the crown of a revolutionary. I promised to lift my nation. I claimed to fight imperialism. I became the very thing I warned against. I funded militias across continents. I feared my own shadow. Some called me the King of Kings. History calls me something else. The dictator. Who am I?